What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Cuts Entertainment Report podcast. And today we have a real special guest in the building. Listen, I usually remember my intro, but this lady here is so busy, I had to write it down and I got to read it right off the iPad. All right. Listen, this lady here is a lawyer. She comes from a family of lawyers. She's a mass band director. Listen, it's a Legends Carnival band. She's the events company director. On top of that, she is the executive producer of the Big Mood Riddim. You know who we have in the building today? We have Big Z in the building today. What's going on, my sister?
Well, hello, Muscle. It's very good to be here with you. Thank you for having me. I am very well. And you?
I'm excellent. Thank you. Thank you so very much for joining us over here today.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here.
All right, live and direct from St. Lucia.
Sweet St. Lucia.
All right. You know what? Before we even get into it, how is St. Lucia right now? Are you guys in quarantine? What's the vibe like in St. Lucia right now?
Well, we are on a curfew basis, but it's from 12 midnight to 5 a.m. So the hours are not, well, basically when you should be home sleeping, basically. For those of us who are not prone to doing that during those hours, yes, it should. So it hasn't been as much as an inconvenience. But things are very much they're very quiet, and yes, we all have to. We're still taking precautions with the masks and sanitizing on a regular basis and whatnot. So and we're expecting our first international flights during the course of the week. So wish us luck with that.
Okay, your first one. And how long has it been since international flights have been canceled?
Well, I would say since March 23rd or thereabouts. Yeah, so it's been a very long time. And St. Lucia, our main industry is tourism. So the island has been devastated by this pandemic as a result of the hotels having to shut down, employees being sent home and whatnot. So as much as everybody's very eager to get things going and having the hotels and the business come back in, obviously people like myself, are a little concerned about, opening back up and letting people come in, but they're supposed to be taking their tests, and there's supposed to be certain things in place to facilitate the avoidance of any spread. So wish us luck.
Yeah, all right, definitely, because I heard St. Lucia is such a beautiful island.
Oh, it is. It's fantastic. And it has so much to offer in terms of scenery, entertainment, and just, relaxation. It's a beautiful island. I would recommend it. And this is my formal invitation to you, Muscle. You must come out and visit us one day.
We're world travelers. Me and my wife, we love to travel. So guess what? We're going to take you up on that offer as soon as we're able to start moving around ourselves too.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Let's play it safe first.
All right. Okay. As I said, I named out a million different things you have going on. You're a lawyer, you're a band leader, you event company, you have all type of stuff, a rhythm you just produced. And on top of that, you're the wife of International Stephen. We can't forget that part.
Yeah, yes. Amongst other things.
Yes. Wow. It's like, okay, Carnival. When was St. Lucia Carnival?
Well, it was due to be July 20th and 21st. So right now, we're actually feeling it, because this would be my crazy season. You wouldn't catch me here at all sitting at my desk. Things would be quite chaotic, and, just getting ourselves prepared for the actual days, which would be in a couple of weeks, I would suppose. And but, as I say, with everything that's happened with the pandemic, the government announced from early that, we would not be having Carnival, and it's been postponed to next year. And likewise, my events, I have two big events during the season as well, and so I've had to postpone those as well. So it's been pretty brutal for us.
Yeah, definitely. And are you guys doing anything in lieu of Carnival, like I guess something online or anything, or it's just basically that's it until 2021?
There was discussions about it and stuff, but we've actually noticed, and we've, with the other Carnival band leaders, we've seen other islands try to do the same thing, and we're not too clear on the success of it. There's nothing like the feel of being on the road, having your drink in your hand and just chipping to a tune and having the social interaction. It's a huge part of it. So whereas we definitely want to have a presence, my band in particular, we're we're looking to, post some, throwbacks and some previous content just to keep the memory alive.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
nothing else is planned. We're just going to have to come out bigger and better next year, and with
Sure.
full force.
All right, definitely, because I know St. Lucia Carnival is one of the premier carnivals when it comes to the carnival season. You know what I mean? So you guys were July. So you guys were basically mid carnival season, because I know carnival
Yes.
season kicks off from like January type of thing.
Exactly.
All
So
right.
yeah,
Wow.
we definitely felt it.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where, again, nobody's seen this coming. We just know that we're in the middle of it, and we just hopefully get to the end of it sometime sooner rather than later.
Absolutely, we just have to deal with it, and and again, it's not the end, and we just have to do our best for what's to come.
Yeah, you're right. Talking about carnival, I want to talk about your big rhythm that I know you just put out, which is called the Big Mood Rhythm. All right.
Yes.
Because before we even get into this, where I kind of seen a glimpse of where you like music and you're into sound business and those type of stuff there was at your wedding. All right.
That's a great place to start.
Yeah. That was when it was when I heard the dubs, I said, "Oh, okay,
yeah,
all right. I see." And I remember talking to Steven too. He said, I think he wanted to try to get you some dubs. It's like he said, okay, it's just a little friendly thing. He was trying to get you some dubs, and some of the artists that he actually spoke to.
Yes.
I said, no, man, she has them already.
I got those already.
Yeah.
Oh,
so what sparked your interest in the whole entertainment music business in the first place?
Well, I mean, the thing about it is, as I come from a family who are big on fetting, big on carnival, and so as much as my grandfather and my father are Queen's Counsel, and my brother practices law, and my cousin, as you mentioned, my family are very much involved in the legal profession. We always, my grandfather, who's the patriarch of my family, he always insisted that we create balance in our lives. And, if any of us were not to go to Trinidad Carnival, he would be like, why not? Why aren't you there? Why are you here? So, as a result of that, I've always, again, maintaining the balance of working hard and playing hard, like the song Marshall sang. And, it stemmed from very early. And my dad has always been very big on music. I grew up in a household with music playing 24/7. And so my dad is always, big into his CDs. Oh my God, I can't even count the number of CDs he has.
Crazy.
And a range of genres of music as well, from like, Bocelli to Simply Red, and, Third World, Lucky Dube, and then obviously Soca, Sparrow, and, all the rest of the guys. So, I know good music, in my opinion. And so as going forward and even in the wedding and stuff, Stephen, well, to be honest, how Stephen and I actually grew a great attraction for each other is, I attempted to clash him initially when we first met, and I actually I gave him some good licks on that occasion. I gave him some good licks on that occasion. I think I killed him with a Gregory Isaac or something, and he didn't see that coming from anywhere. And so that's how the chemistry began. And so when we were planning our wedding, we wanted to keep it very much very personal and what we used to and what we enjoy. And so we figured, we would do this. But he didn't realize that I would necessarily go out and seek out dubs and get artists to to actually create a bigger vibe. So I had to come ready, muscle. I couldn't go at the clash of DJ and just be there with my hands, and just play song for song. I had to get the thing real serious. So I did that, and I could say I think I'm comfortable in saying I kill him at the wedding clash as well.
We'll agree with that one. We won't tell him, but we'll agree with that one.
So thank you very much. We won't let him know, but yes.
At all. Wow. So then I guess and then when did you actually get the production bug? Say, hey, you know what? I like playing it. I like voicing the dubs, which is voicing a dub is one step towards production. And when did you jump all the way and say, listen, I want to produce this here?
Well, absolutely, because I also had a level of involvement in terms of what I wanted the artist to say and what, the various phrases, and in order
Yeah.
to make sure it came out beautifully.
Mhm.
And yeah, so moving from that, and also in terms of Stephen's career advancement, he has,
Mhm.
embraced the whole production. He's got a very keen ear as well, and very, very good on, the little things in particular that people
Mhm.
sometimes miss. And as a DJ as well, he knows, he's very strategic in these sounds and the production of music.
Yes.
So yeah, he delved into that realm as well and became very popular. As you know, he would have executive produced the two big tunes family, of
Mhm.
Marshall, Skinny, and Bungie, and then Conch Shell as well. So and Caution, the Caution rhythm as well did very well for Trinidad Carnival, Nadia,
Mhm.
Baston, and all that sort of thing. So it was good. And he became, so as he was doing that, and obviously I'm being around and on the sidelines,
Yeah.
hearing during the quarantines beat after beat, rhythm after rhythm, 24/7. I've heard all of these rhythms that have been sent to him from producers from all over the world.
Okay.
Some things with zouk elements, some things with reggae elements and stuff. And then he played this particular rhythm that I thought was it just appealed to me immediately. It had a very summertime bounce, and it was just really groovy. So I thought, wow, I asked him about it.
Yeah.
And then he mentioned it was a Lucian who did it. So I was very excited at that point. I was like, yeah, because I'm a Lucian first and foremost. And I said,
Mhm.
nah, this is a big one. And so that's when he said to me, well, why don't you get involved with the project? You can really control it and make it yours and become the executive producer. And so I did that. So big up Vibes Productions, who
Okay.
created, then built the beat. And me hearing it and thinking it was fantastic, I just said, yeah, why not?
Yeah. Definitely. And right now, who do you actually have on the rhythm right now?
So right now we have big artists. We sent out the rhythm. I wanted everybody on it for my first production. I would, if I could get everybody under the sun under it, I would. But then Stephen had to kind of pull in the
Yeah.
reins at that point. Yeah, and
Yeah.
said, no, 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 slow down. He recommended from his experience that
Mhm.
I do, about 4 songs tops, because he didn't want any particular song to go underrated and be overwhelmed
Mhm.
by any other song.
Yeah.
So having said that, I sent it out to various artists, and Skinny came back very quickly on it. So he had also a quick appeal to it, and he
Yeah.
came back with Sorry. So that's Skinny Fabulous, and that's a
Mhm.
big one. And then I obviously had to have my Lucian, representation on there, as I say. And that was Shemi J, and he is a new artist, very new, but great and very unique in his sound because he has a bit of an Afro soca kind of vibe
Okay.
going on. And then I would have done Vaughn. Now Vaughn is my artist. Stevens, manages Vaughn, so there was no way I could not have him on there. And he also came back with a great, like a very deep hook and really, really great lyrics. I mean, his lyrical content is amazing.
Yeah.
So that was how it was. That's how I got with the three. And then I figured, oh well, I'm Big Z, I'm all about, female empowerment and,
Mhm.
setting the pace for women and assisting where I can. So how could I not have any female representation on this? I was astounded. I was like, wait, what are you doing?
Hold on.
Yeah, absolutely. So at that point I also thought, well, I wanted the song to take a particular direction. And
Mhm.
so Stephen said, well, why don't you get into involved with the actual writing of the song, and
Okay.
then approach an artist on it, and then take it from there. So that's when we got in touch with Jay Wise. Jeremy is
Mhm.
his name. He's a writer.
Okay.
And I told him what I wanted. I wanted a sort of girl anthem. I wanted a sort of independent women, bossy, like, chant. And so that's when he came back with Bossy. And
Gotcha.
having did that, we approached, Stephen suggested Jadelle, and we approached her and we just directed her again on how I wanted the sound of the song. And when she was recording, she came back and we went back again. And yeah, she smashed it in the end. It's really quite a
Yeah.
strong, aggressive girl, independent. And right now, ladies are loving the song. I'm so
Yeah.
pleased with the feedback of it. So that was the 4. And
Mhm.
I thinking, as I said initially, I was going to stop there. I had a small quarantine listening event at my house. Everybody 6 feet apart and all that. And one of my guests was HP, Hollywood HP, who's a St. Lucian DJ. He DJs and he's an artist as well. So he was like, nah, boy, I have to get on that. Z. He begged me, so I held back the project. And he then had an opportunity to go into the studio and do his thing. I did the graphics especially for him. And then he came out with I'm Broke, which I have to say was pretty appropriate for the time. So I figured it was kind of worthwhile keeping back. And then, and that's also a huge success. People are also really feeling that song. So all in all, I have 5 fantastic moods, and hence the name of the Riddim, Big Mood, because they are all representative of a feeling and a way that people, would like to be. So that's that. That's my 5 songs.
Definitely. And I know right now you have a challenge going on Instagram right now. I see.
Yes.
Talk about the challenge a bit.
Well, I mean, as I say, my whole approach to things and the way that I want for others how I want for myself. And in terms of how I, operate in my independence, I'm very big on that, and my career and being able to just also, just love myself, own what it is that I want and what I portray. And so in doing so, I thought it would be a great idea to also just empower women to be, like-minded and, embrace the loving yourself sort of factor. And so we created the Bossy Wednesdays, I beg your pardon, the Bossy Wednesdays, because it's, normally the Woman Crush Wednesdays. And so we thought we would make it a bossy one too. So I just put out a quick clip in saying, ladies, I would love you to come back with your videos with you digging this song, because again, it has that empowerment tone to it. And they came back with the overwhelming response. I mean, the ladies really showed them out themselves, and I was blown away. And who was driving their car and who was at work and who was cooking and all these things. I mean, all different opportunities to show their and claim their bossiness at their homes, or whether it be at work and everything. So it was really fantastic. And it was so big that people came back to me and messaged me and said, listen, can you do it again? I didn't get to do mine, so I'm going to do it again Wednesday.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've got a great contingent, and everybody is quite excited about the Bossy Wednesdays. So I'm hoping to get some more, and I'll be sharing them.
Good, definitely. And right now, if they want to check out the Riddim, where could they actually check it out and pick it up right now?
Yeah, fantastic. I would love that, because streaming is important. And you can get it on all major digital platforms such as iTunes, Amazon Music, Spotify, YouTube, of course. I think we're on Pandora and all sorts. So all major platforms, it's certainly there and available. And I just really want people to enjoy it. And because, there's no carnivals, there's no nothing, but it doesn't mean that, we can't enjoy life and still celebrate the small things. And, music heals as well. So that's another reason why I didn't want to hold it back for too long, because I wanted to get it out there so people can start, just enjoying life and to maybe step away from, the hard times and that they're going through for a moment, just to enjoy and release and relax a bit. And, so that's the aim, really.
Yeah, that makes sense, because I know, especially usually whenever Soca comes out, it usually comes out for the carnival circuit. And especially being 2020 right now, where it seems to be no real carnival circuit right now. I guess you just figured, this is my first production. Let me put it out, see what it does. If it's bubbling, does good. Probably 2021, you might do something else again for the circuit.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've learned so much muscle from this whole experience on a whole. I mean, I from even the starting and choosing the artist, and then even getting involved in the vocal production and the various echoes and the tones and the background vocals and the reverb. I mean, it really is quite a learning process. So it wasn't just, bam, I put my name on something. I really invested my time and learned a lot through the whole process. And even then moving on to the mix and mastering, big up Parry Jack. He did a fantastic job. He's got such a great wealth of experience, and he was able to guide me. And I obviously didn't know, the quite the right terminology all the time. So he helped me and assisted in everything. And as I say, Wildfire, big up Wildfire. He helped me with the vocal production and also gave me some valuable input on, what would help and give the song more impact. So, having developed all of that information and learned so much, there's no way I could just leave it there. I have to, I have to do something with it. And as I say, I like all kinds of music. So I'm hoping to maybe even get into a reggae beat where I can possibly help with the building of the actual music. So we'll see. See. I'm definitely not going to stop there.
All right. You know what? Since you brought it up, this is going to be a real random question I'm going to ask you.
Okay.
Saturday night, we were in, what's the clash called? Detney Arena. All right.
I was in there.
Hold on. I seen you commenting. So so my question to you is this: Who won the clash on Saturday night?
No, don't make me say it. Well, because from young, I have been a Mataron supporter from even going to school and when I was studying in the UK. And he always used to be in Bristol, which is where my university was. And so I used to be big on seeing him. So I've been a fan from times, but boy, I have to say, Panther hit him a couple, not just one, just a couple, yeah. So I would have to give it to Panther for sure. They came out really strong and they were very seamless as well. I mean, the confidence that you have to give it to them. They seemed a lot more organized in their actual performance. So it was good. It was very good. But Mataron, I will always have it. I'll always rate him as a big DJ for sure. Yeah,
no, man. It was a good clash.
Yeah, it was good. It was fun. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm glad to know you were there too.
Of course, and I seen you commenting. I said, okay, you know what? Good. So when I sit down with her, I'm gonna ask her because I seen her several times commenting. All right. At least you know what? I like that you just call it the way it is. But first you said, okay, Matron, you love Matron and all this. But at the end of the day, Panther really, and I'm with the same sentiment. I'd say Panther got the best of him that night there, 100%.
He really did. We have to give him that. Big up.
Definitely. Big Z, it's been a great conversation. If they want to follow you, check out anything else you have going on, leave your contact information, anything else you want to say, the floor is yours right now.
Well, yes, absolutely. You can check me out on Instagram and it's very simple. It's the letter Z_MC. So you can always link me up, follow what I'm doing. I'll be getting up to all sorts. And now I've had this new venture. So I'm going to, keep at it. And I'm also starting a foundation as well. So that will be coming out soon. So yeah, I'll be keeping busy and I'd love the support of everybody. Please go stream the music, go enjoy it. And, just give out the good positive energy. And obviously as well, big up to my co-production, executive production, DSM, the agency, that's the husband, who have assisted me and helped guide me in this whole new venture of mine. And yeah, just have a great time. Thank you, Muscle, for having me. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoy the music as well.
Definitely enjoyed it. As I said, I seen what was going on. So I said, all right, let's make it happen.
Fantastic. I'm really happy to be here. Yeah, so you can link me up anytime. I'm pretty good with responding. I'm very big on responding. I like to respond. So you can always touch base with me, always.
You understand. Thank you so very much. We'll definitely be checking out the Big Mood 2020 Riddim right here this year. And we'll be looking forward to some more productions. Big up your husband, International Stevens. He definitely, that's good people right there too.
Yes, thank you so much. Have a good one. All the best. Great.
Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Cuts Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out.
Bye.
Wow. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinesmusichut.com.